Alrighty, we're going to begin losers semis. We got Breadstick versus Chompers. Chompers is working on his Shovel Knight for quite a bit, and Bread's Orcane kind of slaps. Might not stay Orcane though. We'll have to see how it goes. You might see an Abs come out because I know he has said that he doesn't mind the matchup too much. So I might have a co-commentator eventually, but for now it's just you guys and me. So Shovel Knight, as we all know, got quite a few changes this patch. A lot of damage buffs, a lot of just different angles on his moves. Some just straight up new hitboxes and things like there. And Chompers did play Shovel Knight a bit pre-patch, and originally was debating even keeping him as a secondary, but he was pretty sure that they were going to give him a buff just by hearing people like LBO be very vocal about the issues of his character. So we decided to wait, and I think his wait's paid off. The character seems to be in a way better spot now, but then again, this is also like day 3. But he's working well with him, so he is going to be sticking with it at least all tournament, maybe even all season. If you're talking about Crag forward smash, it's still risky, it's just more worth the risk. Yeah, it's still just as risky, it's just now more worth the risk. That was the idea they were going for, is if we make the other moves do more damage, then it was always, I think, the optimal. Kate can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think forward smash for Crag was always the optimal parry punish, for if you're trying to get like a kill. But now it definitely should be after this patch. Yeah, it's just more damaging, which just makes it more worth, not necessarily safer at all. And to clarify, only of course if you can even land the forward smash. I don't know if minimum parry timing is enough to land it. Ooh, that was sick. So you can see Chomp going off stage, jumping in the blast zone to get that down B going, and then immediately coming back up and collecting that slick $750 bills. Yeah, agreed. Oh, Bread's gonna hit him with the pss, pss. Quick and easy way to end that stock. But looking actually pretty good here. Ooh. I don't know how good Shovel Knight is at edge guarding though. I haven't ever gotten to actually see this matchup in this patch. Really? Okay, cool. Good to know, Shep. Off the top. Good to know, dude. Hell yeah, man. That's actually some serious knowledge. I'm literally quoting verbatim Dan from that from the dev podcast. Like, what I said was actually verbatim what he had said, which was forward smash was always the better parry punish, but I don't doubt that it's not necessarily correct information. Just what I heard from Dan. I should know better. Dan on commentary. He's done that a few times, Cake. It's hard. I think he doesn't fully know where the goldfish is going to be yet. I love seeing Chomp just kind of chill there with his down special. That's good to know, though. This patch, though, forward smash is definitely a viable option. 18% is not going to blow a nose at. Dan, indeed. I should have known. I should have known. He actually plays Crag, though. I don't know. I thought he would have something on that. I think it's just a rule of thumb at this point. You ask Dan what frame forward smash is, he'd be like, I don't know, 6? That's true. Maybe he's just afraid of the commitment from neutral special. Like I don't know how that really works. It doesn't really seem like it's that long. Yeah, I think he's just not used to it. You'll see if Chompers does what he intends to do, which I think he will. I think you'll see a lot of the Shovel Boy in the coming weeks. So if you guys like watching Shovel Knight, hey. Yes. Oh, no, I agree with that. I'm saying now it's probably almost always the better option for getting those kills. But who knows? Actually, you guys probably know. I don't play Crag, dude. Crag's hard. I play the raccoon thing next to Crag. Way easier character. Hey Cake, what do you think about the changes? What do you think about like Crag's damage buffs, Rano's damage buffs? I don't know if there's any other characters that get huge ones. What's your opinion on it? Gotcha. So maybe he just like trying to get into the rhythm of catching the fish without needing to burn his double jump, and I can totally respect that. Because like if you can, you really don't need to worry about it. Changes are cool. I'm down with that. Except Ori changes. Positive or negative on Ori? How do you feel? Like, do you feel like it was overall unnecessary, or yeah? I think Ori and Maple are the two characters who really don't need damage buffs ever. Honestly, even Rano doesn't really need more, if that makes sense. Like, the ones he got, especially the ones on Fair, are silly, but they're not, like, bad. They're just like, oh shit, I guess that's stronger now. But, Ori and Maple are the two characters that I'm like, never give these characters more damage. If Maple or Ori get damage buffs, their combos become like 0 to 100 easy. It's scary, man. That's interesting. I didn't see. Maybe I just don't remember quite what changes Ori got damage-wise. So I don't know what moves got buffed. I think it was like up air and fair, maybe. I'm not sure. I'd have to leave it in the patch notes. But it's cool to know. I also think there's a lot of when it comes to Rano and Ori specifically, a lot of just not enough people are playing the character, and Shovel Knight, honestly. So I think they're more prone to getting buffed when there's less of an audience for the character to play. Like a real man, dude. You gotta understand, Cake. He's not playing a fighting game. He's playing an MMO. He's just trying to grind, dude. He sees some sick armor that he can just purchase from the store. But he doesn't want to spend real money on it, so he's going to have to spend Dan bucks. Huh, I bet Absa has some pretty cool stuff she can do to edgeguard in this matchup. It's so many things I've just never gotten to see before, and it's really cool. I just never really got to see Shovel Knight play. The madman just goes off stage like, alright, whatever. You don't want to approach me, that's fine, dude. I can use some cash. Dan bucks. Okay, that was actually some huge balls on that parry. Because Chomp got some charge on that thing. Seems like I think how Brent sits there, calculates it, goes, I'm pretty sure I can just side B into up air here. But you have to like think about it. His goat brain had to process like this angle should work. That was super funny. I can believe it. I can definitely see it. He's not the fastest boy in the game, and getting it on Absa is not easy for any character. And he doesn't really have a good answer to deal with Cloud, huh? His best tool is like side special or hit the Absa through the Cloud, but... that's unfortunate. So what do you think is a better matchup then, Shun? It sounds like you're saying Absa over Orcane, if you had to pick one. And I can see that with what you said. Huh. That's interesting. That down smash hitbox doesn't come out when I thought it would have, because that fire was definitely in the Absa's life. That's fair, you know? I respect that. New Shovel Knight changes, definitely changed his character. He's a totally different character now. He plays probably not too far off. I really can't say for sure. I don't really play him much. But he probably doesn't play too crazy different in neutral, but he just has so much more he can do. That like the same hits that he's landing on you now are converting into so much more. But even that's not totally accurate because moves like down tilt got changed. And down tilt can start stuff, so. called him out. Good to know. Are you asking me? I'm not sure who you're asking. I'm assuming you're asking Shen. But Shovel Knight 4's character just came out. I don't know. I think Shovel Knight has a really nice back air and down air and combust. They're very nice. I like them. Oh God, what's that maple or that Absa? I don't know about that one, Solar, but Ori's definitely still a good character. She's definitely kicking. She's up there. But I do like your theory. Your theory is definitely strong and has some merit. But yeah, Brett's looking really good today. And this is something that Chompers wants, right? What's happening right here? What he's doing right here is exactly what he wants. He's down. He's losing to this. But that means there's room for growth. There's room for learning and understanding. And he knows that as a player. Chompers is probably one of the smartest players I've ever played when it comes to mentality. He looks at these losses not as, oh man, I can't believe I'm losing when I'm a PR player. No. He looks at it as, I can dash attack 18 times a neutral and I get punished for it. No, he looks at it as, I'm losing, and that's good. That means there's a lot more that I don't know about this game. Ori is really good. Ori was one of my favorite Metroidvanias for a while, and then I played Hollow Knight, and when I played Hollow Knight, I was a little sad Shovel Knight made it into the game. I'll just say that. Also, that was tight. Tight, tight, tight. Let's go, Brett. I love Chomp getting mobile gear first. When he's behind, he tends to buy armor first, is what I've seen. Or at least high percent. The bear feels comfortable when he has slippery armor. I do find it funny that all the Shovel Knight buffs, not a single one of them had to do with any of his like. No, that's not true. There was at least one buff to. There was 2 buffs. There were 2 buffs to some of his like special buttons. There was probably even more. Tight, 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 yeah. Oh shit. A little late, but better late than never. I did the loser semifinals tweet. I wasn't in the room when they, actually I think I wasn't in the room when they got to say. I'm just gonna pretend I wasn't. Yeah, so he's just trying to catch the fish with his up B, or with his, like, getting to the wall. And sometimes he gets it, so I can understand not wanting to burn his double jump. I'd rather miss the fish and not get edge guarded than, like, but I mean, ideally, obviously, he wants consistency, so he wants both. But anyway, I'd rather miss the fish than grab it and get edge guarded. Ladies and gentlemen, I am hungry and I have no idea what we're going to eat. I don't want to get food with the boys, but I'm hungry. Okay, cool. I hit the button for loser semifinals tweet now. It's a little late, but Chompers is like, whoa, it's not late. We're only halfway through the set, buddy. So that was Brett going, You took a big hard thonk, just letting them brain cells fire a little bit. So I'm gonna swap back to the whale because I don't like the way you looked at the screen, and I don't like the way you dash attacked me 6 times. But I don't know if the whale's gonna help with that one. But Brett is up a game. This is still potentially game point. Now, from what I asked, he likes playing as Absa, but I think his whale's going to be a bit better. I really can't say why. It's just, I've played him a lot, and I can tell when one character is playing hotter than the other per day. And I think his Orcane is playing really good tonight. So from the little bit that I got to play his absent from his at least. Matchup wise, I don't know. Either one of these could be like preferred. It's hard to say. SBS, are you enjoying your eating all your data? I would say if you haven't already set your quality, Obi, Shovel Knight's fine. He's just got added to the game, Obi. Leave him alone. He's a brand new character. He's cool though. He's a really cool character. And SB, if you haven't already, I recommend setting your quality on Twitch to as low as possible, like 120p low, so that you don't have to worry about eating too much data. You'll still eat a lot, but way less. Dude, this stage has such good music. Oh, I love the Shovel Knight soundtrack. Right, I was saying that before. As far as Metroidvanias go, if you enjoy Ori and the Blind Forest, please play Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight was one of my favorite experiences this year, and I know it didn't come out this year. I'm sorry, it took me a while to get to my backlog, but my favorite experience this year so far is probably Hollow Knight. Least favorite is Kingdom Hearts 3. I was very upset about that one. That hit of fair one to turn around up B is pretty dirty. And I was talking to SBS about that a little bit, and I think you can DI down and out is what I was told. But it may have been a different combo than getting misconstrued. Not true. Troupple Pond is also an awesome stage. Although it did give us 2 triplots, so now we ultimate boys. When's the triplot clause getting added to Rivals, where if I ban one, it bans the other? I want to have a useless debate over that. But no, Shovel Knight's freaking sick. That was awesome. Chompers is on his tournament stock here. Bread is on his potential second. You can down air bubbles. I don't know why I didn't consider that. Anyway, Bread is on his potential second Chomp win. First one on Edela, second on Shovel Knight. That gives you the around the world trophy. But if you think for a moment that this boy is gonna make it easy, you are wrong. Shovel Knight's the new Absa. Absa's the new Absa. LOA Absa is the new Absa. And with that, we're going to get it. So, something worth noting, super worth noting. First, congrats to Bread. But definitely important to say, Breadstick conditioned us all to DI out on down tilt to not get up smashed. Okay? This is the thing he's not. He didn't chase it ever. Then SBS comes around, swinging his big old down tilt, just hitting everybody. And he knew we were going to DI out because of Bread. And he started just dashing into up smash and punching it. So we're like, all right, we're going to start DIing in and show that SBS guy. And then Breadstick sitting over there like, oh, sweet, the DIing in again. Time to give him the old down tilt whammy. Is par for the course. But no, he's punching it really hard. I have yet to see him catch DI out today with a down tilt though. So definitely worth noting if he hears that. He may not have needed to, honestly. I don't think there's been really a time where he's felt pressured to get it. But worth mentioning. So we're now Losers Finals with Fatty and Breadstick. Now this is a really cool Losers Finals. We don't get to see this too terribly often. As a matter of fact, I haven't watched this on stream in forever. So this is freaking awesome. Cancel Forza. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that today. I don't remember who showed it to me, but I got to see that today. Shovel's looking tight. The score was 3-1.
It's aight.
You were figuring out how to deal with the app stuff. And that's a tricky thing with 2 characters because you're like, I figured out 1. Next time. You're going to learn way faster this time than you did with Edalus because now you've got all that background experience. So you're like, oh, I'll play it and then, oh, okay, I get it. Like, I have a ton of stuff to review and all that good stuff. So should be
good. I got to learn, like, neutral matchups and stages. So
Yes.
like stages, I'm just like, oh, that was a really bad stage to pick. All right, now I know. And then I lost a game for it, but you know,
Hey,
that's what it's all about. Just testing it out,
and that's the point
I'm
of it.
chilling.
It's just a weekly, dude.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's really easy to forget that it's a weekly and that the goal is to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that you have one of the best mentalities out of any player I've ever met, any fighting game or any community, honestly. So whenever I stop, I tend to be able to think of you as like a. I need to take a different approach to this. I have to take a more intelligent approach.
Mm-hmm.
But we have Fatty versus Bread, and so far, Bread's not looking bad, but Fatty is not behind him, and man, he really wanted to get rid of that rock. Yo, thanks. You know how hard it is to update bracket, like losers, semis onwards. The games just go back to back. Getting a hold of Schroeder is going to be a pain in the ass, so here's what I'm going to do. In advance, I'm going to grab Schroeder now. Because I don't want
All right, so yeah, losers finals. We have Fatty and Bread. Fatty coming from winners finals against Starter, and then Bread coming from 3-1ing me. So something I've noticed with Bread's play that's really, really, or I guess something that's a lot different.
I mentioned that he does not punish on DA out, and then he got to punish on DA out. He heard. He knew.
I think the biggest difference I've noticed with Bread within the past few weeks is he's starting to bubble with Orcane a lot more.
Yes.
And I think that's great, honestly. As
Agreed.
much as like a lot of people may hate it because, you know, bubbles are pretty obnoxious at times. I think he might have been under a mindset where it's just like, okay, well, they can be a little gimmicky at times and they can always parry them, but are they parrying them? Have they proven to me that they can parry them and stuff like that? And I've definitely noticed from like last week when I played him, this week when I played him, and just watching him against Fatty now, like he's not letting up.
Yeah, and against me, he bubbled really hard against me, and I was trying to set up parries. I don't think I got a single one on him, though.
Mm-hmm.
I was always either too close to the puddle, which is just game sense that I don't have yet.
Right.
Or I was in the air when the bubbles would come out. I was like, oh, shit. Or I would be just a little too slow and go under them and parry and miss. So, like, it's game sense that Arizona needs. And with players like SBS or Ash is also pretty good at it in terms of bubble use. But SBS doesn't really use too many bubbles. He's under he's like, I don't need to use bubbles. I can just play neutral the way I want. But Brett is showing us, hey, if you guys don't know how to deal with bubbles, I am fine with using it. It's like, if I set up Lily on stage, you're icicling a neutral, and the opponent doesn't stop you, you can win the match off of that alone. And he's realizing it now, and I think that's awesome, because that's going to make Arizona even stronger.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I know that's on my to-do list. I have a big old list right now, and Rano, Tong, and Bubbles are at the very top.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell, I can just put Bubbles for both.
They're both bubbles. Oh, he caught the double jump? Okay. He's
Whoa.
going to side B, though. Okay.
Okay.
That was really scary,
though.
though.
Super scary. So what do you think with this stage? I kind of like this for Orcane, as weird as that might sound. He'll be able to get kills on Crag a lot easier. But maybe that's why Fatty took him here, honestly.
I don't know. I don't think it's a bad stage for Orcane. I don't think it's a bad stage for Crag. Crag can get his, you know, fair shenanigans. And Orcane, this stage isn't the biggest, but I guess that kind of works in his favor because he can get earlier kills off the top too, and off the side for that matter. The one thing I mentioned earlier, though, I think when he was playing you, I kind of like this stage for you against Orcane because if you hit Orcane low enough or in a certain position when he's off stage, sometimes he's forced to use his double jump right away because he can't side B because there's no wall to go to.
That's
so
true.
that prevents him from doing Orca Hop and stuff like that, as long as you edge guard in a very specific manner.
I can agree with that. I always feel like this stage is pretty good against Orcane. It makes his recovery a little bit more predictable, especially after the last patch. After the last, in my set with Bread, there was one stock where I had a pretty good edge guard on him, and I was positive he was going to puddle, and then he Orca hopped instead, and I yelled, "Thanks, Dan." It's definitely a really solid buff. It makes it a lot harder to react because it's basically the same thing as going to puddle. You just don't get as many frames to react.
Yeah.
And it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad Brett's using it already.
Yeah.
Because that's not easy tech to put into your play like this, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, his conversions are looking really tight. Like, really, really good.
They are. And
He's not letting Fatty play his game.
that down tilt bubble, though, was pretty sexy. Oh, shit. There we go. Going to game 3. Brett's game's looking real solid today, man.
And I think I'm noticing, I mean, even myself included against Brad, I was in pairing bubbles, and I don't see Fatty pairing bubbles either.
It's something
So-
that, it's not like we don't know of it. So, like, we see the bubbles and we're like, all right, I didn't get time to parry those ones. I'll get the next ones. And then the next ones come, it's like, all right, I wasn't in a good spot to parry those ones. I'll get the next one. You know? And that mindset is going to be a common thing. 3 bans.
No, he's thinking.
Okay. It's worth a shot because sometimes I've seen the 2 bans. So. But anyway, yeah, so it's not that we don't know to parry, it's that we don't know how yet. Like there, he's like, I see it. So, and he air dodges away, which tells me his brain was on, like, I gotta parry it, but then he doesn't see the openings. Like, we don't know the range. And the range varies, right? Because the Orcane, after bubbling, can hold left or right to steer the bubbles. Or I think it was either Ash or Red. One of them said they like to flick the stick left and right to get a spread of it. And that's totally fair too, right? So the size of the bubbles is subjective.
Ooh, got that second fair.
God,
That
not
was awesome.
subjective. It varies. So sometimes bubbles are like from the center only. Sometimes they're like almost a half a puddle away, you know? And that's a big thing that we need to learn, the min and max spacing of it, and then be able to react when we see it on the screen. And that's something that we're going to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fatty's playing a lot better on the stage. A nice big stage, which I think helps him a bit.
Yeah, I think Fatty's doing a really good job at,
Sneaky.
when he's at disadvantage, he's doing a pretty good job at getting out. Earlier, Brett was able to get him on a platform and dare him into it, and he was looking for a tech chase down smash, and Fatty did the smart thing for the mix-up. Oh, that was unfortunate. And he no-teched, so he flew away from the platform and out of range of the down smash.
I gotta say, man, Fatty is he's a smart bug. He's a big brain beetle.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So whenever I see him do something really smart, I'm like, fucking big-ass brain. Fat brain, dude, honestly.
Fat brain.
I like it. Go a little high on that. I think Brett's best bet was to still mash down, though, so he'd go low. He was afraid of getting parried, though. He did it to me a few times, too, where he wasn't mashing down. Where he just started recovering high. But, like, at that point, then I can just run under you, and, like, I can still do... I don't know. I don't like him not hitting down. It's like a maple side being really high. It can work, but I don't like it. And also, did you feel that? Whenever Craig lands forward smash now, it's like... the air just gets knocked out of me, dude.
So there's...
Shit hurts.
There's an F smash, all right? There's a normal F smash.
Yeah.
And then there's a freaking Crag F smash. That was a Crag F smash.
That was a Crag.
And Crag can have normal F smashes.
He can.
It's just like, okay.
But somebody's get out. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like, you can just feel it.
They're just like, all right, F smash, killed, I got parried, whatever. Go me. But that was like, ugh.
That was, this man's gonna die.
Yeah. That one hurt me inside.
It hurts me on the outside.
I'm starting to see it.
It physically, like, smacks the wind out of me, dude. So, those stages are completely banned the rest of the tournament now. And as we know, it's unfortunate, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Aramana, yeah. But it's gone, so.
And Tower of Heaven also slaps, so.
Yeah. But now we're going to see Brad take a strategic approach and maybe ban more than 3. And just stare Fatty down as he continues to shorten the stage list. See? I told you. So,
Fatty, wait.
Yeah, I'm actually confused why there were why there were 6 bans.
Well, no. Okay, so because Fatty won on Frozen Fortress.
Yes.
He just banned Frozen Fortress.
I don't think he did. There were 6 stages.
He did. He banned Frozen Fortress. I saw it. It was locked.
Well, no. What I mean by that is 5 stages have been won on. And maybe Bread was just saying, I don't want to go to Frozen. I don't think that was Fatty. I think that was Bread. I think that was because Bread is the one picking the stage right now.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think Bread was looking at it like, all right, I don't want to go here. Here, I'll go here.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, and I can respect that.
It's hard to tell sometimes
it's just
who has the cursor.
Because he's just blocking them too, so it's like they're gone forever, dude. You can't go back. I don't fully know why he banned some of them like that, because Fatty didn't win on tower, but that one is banned too.
Yeah.
Oh no, he did. He did win on tower. He didn't win on arrow model. Ooh, slap, dude. So these 2 fat asses will never die. We're going to see a bit of a battle of girth here.
Oh. That was also a crack down air.
Oh, yeah. The hit where you can, like, you can't, it's not even just feeling it, you can smell it. Like, it has a stank to it. If that was a little closer. I love those tiny little hits, like the single needle and something.
Yeah.
The nut. Oh, goodness, dude.
Oh.
It's all right. Brett's got another, like, 120% on him.
Brett popping off for killing Fatty at 192, raising his fist.
It's pretty early, honestly. Oh, goodness gracious. We got some thick boys in the top right now. Ooh, that was cute. I like the wave dash. I think he could have thrown out the down tilt a little earlier to punish that tech in place. He's done that recovery a lot. Have you noticed that? He'll recover with like a side B, jump, double jump off this way, like off stage, and then side B back to stage from a little farther back away, so it's not as easy to tell like where he's going to go to. But that's been his like preferred recovery for a while now. Like for the last few games I've seen. I'm curious to look at the the filler games.
Classic.
I always get a smile on my face. Yeah, look at Fatty. This man doesn't attend a fucking tournament like in like 3 months. Then shows up to one and he's already guaranteed top 3.
Yeah.
And looking like he's gonna go for this reverse 3-0 if Brad lets him. Brad looking like he wants to end it now though. Fatty's playing is really solid too. I feel like this man's been playing the game. But maybe not. Maybe he's always just been that good, because he's always been good.
Brett?
Fatty.
Oh.
I feel like Fatty's been playing this game a little bit more.
I don't know.
It's hard
Maybe
to
a
tell.
little.
Because I could be like, yo, Fatty, you been playing this game? He's like, nah, dude, this game fucking sucks. It's like, alright, Fatty.
The crag is living.
The crag is fat. Also, he's not dying off the mic.
living.
No! Oh, no! That was awesome. That was, you're Kirby. He's Kirby. He's Kirby. He's Kirby, dude. Holy shit. That was a good set. Schroeder silently grabs his controller, cracks knuckles, shoots a death glare at Bread.
Throws a rose on the way to the setup.
Can we get Schroeder a rose? So we can just throw it after getting us like wins game 3, just turn around. Get a little flare in there. Yeah, we got Schroeder coming up to the set, man. We will have a Tuxedo Rano skin very soon. I'm probably gonna try to put a rose in his mouth. Slight spoiler for you guys. For his icon.
Yeah, like SBS said in the chat, Brett did abuse bubbles on that last stock. I think it also had to do with Fatty kind of immediately going to the top platforms of Merchant whenever he spawns, and Brett